guys, Timeboy601, and today we're going to be taking a look at the British Archer anti-tank gun, the newest vehicle to come to Battlefield 5, and all of its quirks and features, so stay tuned for all of that. Like I said, guys, today we're taking a look at the Archer anti-tank gun, the newest addition to Battlefield 5 via the Tides of War, and this week, it's a lot easier of a week than it was last week. The Stug, it was kind of a struggle to unlock it. This week, there are some very easy challenges to go through, so let's just go ahead, we'll hit how to unlock it with, and then we're going to go on to its quirks and features and its upgrades, and my thoughts overall on the vehicle. So, first things first, the first thing you're going to have to do to unlock this is kill an enemy from within 15 meters. That's nice and easy. That's not that hard. Now, the path that I took, as you can probably see, is I just stayed up top because this is the easiest path to get to it. So I'm going to run through that and then we'll go through all the other options. The top one, Relentless Advance, kill 10 enemies while attacking objectives, knock them down, destroy 10 fortifications, keep them running, repair vehicles for 150 health, fire in the hole. This is probably the hardest one on this whole path, but even then, it's really not too hard of a task to do. Arm one objective in airborne rush or front lines, and the final one is inflict 500 damage using hand grenades. This I pretty much did all in one match of Grand Operations, and by the end of the Grand Operations match, I had the Valentine. Now, alternative paths, if you went down the middle, you just had to spot 10 enemies using flare and 1 life. Really easy, just on an objective fired in the air, and just hope that there's 10 enemies. Next in the middle, win 3 rounds, also nice and easy, not that hard of a thing to do. And the last one is complete 3 squad orders. As long as you have a participating squad leader, that's nice and easy to do. If not, getting squad leader yourself and doing 3 like defend objectives, really easy. Now the bottom path goes kill 10 enemies while defending, build 5 fortifications, resupply bandages or revive teammates 10 times, still nice and easy, and then disarm 1 objective, being the opposite of the other one. So if you're on the defense on a Grand Operations, this bottom path, very easy for you to do as well. All of those other paths lead to the 500 damage with the hand grenades. Really, really simple, really easy, and it gets you the Valentine Archer, a vehicle that I've come to really like. It's great. So let's go ahead and talk about its quirks and features. Bone stock, you're going to get 30 rounds. As with the Stug, you go the same speed forward or backwards, and we'll get into why that is for at least the Archer, because it's a weird design choice that they made. If you hit left on the D-pad, you're going to have an emergency repair, and on the right, it's going to give you smoke. You can have 1 passenger, and they get a machine gun, but unlike any other vehicle, this person is going to look backwards, or should I say forwards, and that's the kind of weird quirk about this. In real life, the Valentine was built around its gun, the 17-pounder. If they had put it traditionally, kind of like how a tank is supposed to look, it would have been too lopsided, it just wouldn't have run. So the Valentine is actually, the gun is facing backwards in real life, even though that's not how you drive it in-game. So you essentially drive this vehicle backwards at all times, but that's just one of those weird notes in history. Now, because of this in-game, the engine is still in the front of the Valentine, and this means that if you get into a one-on-one engagement with another tank, and if you're not able to ambush them correctly, you might lead to your engine being disabled if you survive the engagement, and that's a fatal flaw of the Archer right now. For some reason, when your engine gets disabled, you are unable to repair it through traditional means. The only way you can do it is to specialize for the field repair, and that's going to lead us kind of to the upgrade path. And this vehicle has a very interesting upgrade path, one that I've come to really like, and I think it's what sets it apart. Now tier 1, you can either go for that field repair, or you get an additional 33%. That bumps you up to 40 rounds that you can use. Tier 2, the second round, you can either get a reinforced engine, improved loading mechanism. Now by default, you're going to do about 16 rounds per minute. Upgraded, it gets you up to about 18 rounds per minute, or smoke launchers, and the smoke launchers will replace the default smoke, so it's not really that much of a boon. The third tier, you're going to get either the engine upgrade, which increases the acceleration and the speed of the vehicle, which I really liked, or the maintenance drills, which self-repair is twice as fast but repairs half as much. And then your final tier 3 is either going to be deploy AT mines, much like the Valentine, a spotting scope or the APDS round, the armor piercing, high density, basically the anti-tank rounds. And personally, you can see the path that I went. I kind of made a diagonal. With how the archer performs right now, it would be nice to use the field repair to help yourself survive, but you really do need the 30 extra hit points that the emergency repair gives rather than the only 10 hit points that the field repair does, because you're more likely to survive the engagement with that 30 rather than just getting it repaired to end up dying. And the last thing that really makes this vehicle great is the spotting scope. This vehicle is designed to sit in the backfield and to plink away at enemy armor, to plink away at enemies. The whole layout of it does that very well. You get the 40 rounds to be able to sustain back there. The spotting scope allows you to support your team, unlike any other of the kind of sit-back vehicles that are there. Because you have the spotting scope, you are able to constantly spot infantry. Even if you're not able to take them out, you're able to spot infantry. You're able to kind of help guide in bombers. I know multiple times when I was engaging enemy tanks with the spotting scope, I would spot them and we would be slugging it out, and then a bomb would come in from a friendly aircraft. And I know that, yes, the bomber could have just seen them on their own, but more than likely, because it was a spotted vehicle, that bomber was able to come in and take them out. Overall, I do find myself really enjoying the Archer, and it's one that is going to stay in my company. I really like it just because now with the Churchill, I have it set up to be up close with its howitzer. This is now my default tank killer for the British. The 17-pounder performs very well. There's no upgrade for it, but it doesn't really need an upgrade. It dishes out the damage it needs to. The only time I really had trouble with taking out another tank was if they had repairmen on them, but that's a very rare thing. Only when we see these challenges that ask people to repair do we really see people repairing enemy tanks. So beyond that one odd scenario out, the Archer does phenomenal damage. It has the range to keep people at bay. It has a coaxial machine gun, so you as the driver can engage infantry. You have the 40 rounds, so you can stay in the backfield, or you can stay where you need to be for a good long time. It has a spotting scope, so even though if you're playing a little bit further back, you're still playing the game. You're still being a team player. And overall, I really enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to keeping it in my arsenal. So that's my opinion on the wonderful Archer. What is yours? Did you guys like the Archer? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Always more Battlefield 5 content coming. My name's FineBoy601. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.